on my side. Watch out, cameraman. Bet you're wondering why this bold man has got his bold head out in the snow. Well, I forgot the hat, or I couldn't find my hat on the way out. And we needed to get to the hospital, so we had to be quick. But you know what? It's beautiful. Alhamdulillah, it's beautiful. As long as you dress right, dress correct, enjoy it. Nobody's about. There's literally Millennium Square is absolutely empty. If you can see. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this now. Right? It's a bit of a serious message. We're in a lockdown. It's a pandemic, and from what I've seen, I've been to town now twice. I had to go to the post office the other day on a Saturday, and I couldn't see anyone pretty much in town. Like, you see 5 people at one time, and the same now. Obviously, it's snowing, granted, but what I am seeing, guys, is a lot of people being petty on social media. I made a post about that there's no extra need for extra police powers throughout this time, because most people do tend to follow the rules, and they understand that this is a dangerous situation, and we've all got to do our little bit to get through it. The virus is bad. It's bad, guys, yeah? But don't be too alarmed. Obviously, there's the vaccine, but also we're doing now probably more testing than the worst times in the pandemic initially, which is why the numbers are going to be worse. I've spoken to some of my friends who are in the NHS, or doctors or nurses or whatever, and they have said that the survival rate is seeming to be a bit better this time around. So don't be too worried. But my main message, guys, is a message of hope, but also it's a message of please don't be petty. Please don't be petty, because the pettiness is annoying, because people are getting depressed and they want to go out sometimes for a walk, or someone who's in a support bubble with their mum, for example, who they go to see their mum regularly, but then once a month they might go see their sister to keep her and her family sane and to keep themselves sane. Don't be that petty person who goes on social media and say, oh, I've seen this so-and-so do this, or whatever, and call the police. That's not what it needs to happen, guys. Police don't need to police us on this. It needs to be a situation of, if you see someone doing something a bit too far, like my little brother, for example, he loves me to bits, even though he always makes out like he doesn't, right? And he knows that I can't stay in the house for too long. I'm injured, I've got both knees are injured, whatever, but I can't stay in the house for too long. But every time he sees me, he's like, listen, Bahat, just make sure you don't go out too much. Or if you're gonna go somewhere where there's no people there. Don't go to the shop, or don't go whatever. That's my little brother. We've had the debates and discussions about COVID and lockdowns or whatever. People know I don't like the idea of lockdown. It's really one of the worst things to ever happen to me, because it's just kind of not been great for my life, if I'm honest. But it's not great for everybody's life, and you know, we've come to now accept that this is the method that the government and the country are taking to deal with this situation. So we've just got to get through it, guys, right? But stop being petty. There's no need for it. If somebody is breaking the rules by you going on social media saying, wah, 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 I saw this person training with somebody from another household in the park. What is that going to do if you're so concerned about a gathering or whatever? Speak to the person directly, please. Let's add the community spirit to us. We've been secluded from each other for so long now. Everybody's just trying to attack each other. Whereas previously, you might see somebody at work, or see them on the street, or see them in the shop, and just have a little chat with them and say, you know what, mate? You know what you did the other day? Maybe you should try a different approach. So do that. Use the social medias, use Snapchat, whatever, wherever you find someone doing something that you really don't like, if you feel so passionate against it, then please do message them and speak to them directly, and maybe you might find out that there's a reason as to why they're doing something, like they're not earning enough at the moment and they need to be out to do something else, or whatever it is. But guys, I'm not going to rant on for too much longer. There's just too many contradictions and whatever, and it doesn't help when people start to just niggle at each other, and that's what's happening.